Prime Minister Narendra Modi is inaugurating the newly constructed BJP Central Office extension. This is also happening in the national capital. So while at the Red Fort, the Congress party is protesting, around central Delhi, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi is inaugurating the BJP Central Office extension. Now, this is a new wing that's added to the BJP headquarters at Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg, which is where the BJP headquarters is, and it's an extension of that central office. BJP National President JP Nadda there also with Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurating that extension of the BJP Central Office. That, of course, in contrast to the Congress party staging a protest in the national capital itself. So two events happening in the national capital at the same time, in sharp contrast, while the Congress party is staging a protest, and they say that they are staging a protest to save democracy and protesting against Rahul Gandhi's disqualification. The BJP is inaugurating an extension of its central party office at Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg. There you can see the Prime Minister and the BJP National President JP Nadda as well, and several of the party's leaders and workers have gathered there. You can also see the BJP MP Manoj Tiwari there. So several parties, MPs, leaders and workers from across the country have joined Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the BJP National President JP Nadda in inaugurating the newly constructed BJP Central Office extension. It is an extension of the BJP Central Office, the BJP headquarters in the national capital, that the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the BJP National President JP Nadda are both inaugurating. My colleague Megha Prasad joining us for more details on this. And Megha, tell us about this inauguration that the Prime Minister is currently a part of, and it's coming in contrast with the Congress staging protests in the national capital at the same time.
Well, this is an entirely different, of course, event. You know, Prime Minister is there, and this is a pre-scheduled event. The Prime Minister, right now, what you're seeing on your screens, he is present at the BJP headquarters in the national capital at Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg, which is the BJP headquarters. It's been so for many years now. Now, right now, what the Prime Minister is doing, he's inaugurating a new extension, basically a new wing, which has been constructed as part of the older headquarters. And this, from what we understand, this basically houses a new auditorium. This entire complex will have spaces for more party functionaries. Now, who all are allotted spaces in this, that we'll know maybe later. But the entire top brass of the Bharatiya Janata Party, you can see all the members here present. Also because, you know, the session is on, the parliament session on, so everybody is here in New Delhi, and each one of them were asked to be part of this event today. So the puja is being conducted by the Prime Minister there, and flanking the Prime Minister there, you have the Bharatiya Janata Party President, Mr. JP Nadda, who's also performing the aarti there at the IPO headquarters. You know, the BJP headquarters at Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg in itself is quite a huge complex, four-floor huge complex, which was constructed, I believe, about 5 years back. It's a new construction, and the wing that comes up has they've just completed the construction of that one. So it's an office that is expanding. More and more people, of course, are being accommodated in that. In the current BJP headquarters, while you have the president of the party sitting on the top floor, you have all the general secretaries having their own chambers, their own rooms. You have a media wing, you have cafeterias, etc. You also have meeting spaces, conference rooms. You have the IT cell sitting there. You have the legal cell sitting there. You have the strategy people also being given their space on one of the floors. So the entire of the party, different wings, all being housed there, but then seemed that, you know, they perhaps needed more space because the rate at which the party has been expanding across the country, you can, one can quite understand that they would perhaps be needing more officials to be accommodated at the party headquarters. This is the nerve center of the party when it comes to everything administrative, as well as even the political strategies, you know, the late night meetings, everything happens at the party headquarters. You know, nothing really in terms of, unless it has to do with the government. No other important meetings are held at 7 LKM. Even the Prime Minister himself is present very, very often for the BJP, whether it's the parliamentary board or the election committee meeting of the party. Everything happens at the party headquarters, for which the Prime Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, and Mr. JP Nadda are always there in attendance. So an attempt to, perhaps get a bigger premises there. And there's a lot of space, extra space that perhaps has been, used for the new construction.
Right, Megha, thanks very much for joining us with those details. But Megha, if you can also share with us that the Prime Minister is inaugurating an extension of the BJP's headquarters. And as you've pointed out, the importance of this, what are the parts being added to the BJP headquarters there?
Right now, we just know that, a brand new auditorium is coming up. That is all that we know at this moment, that new auditorium. An auditorium was something that is missing. From the current BJP headquarters, which is there wasn't any auditorium per se. You have a bigger hall, which is mostly used for media interactions or for press conferences. But in terms of an auditorium, that is not a part of this building. So what we know right now is that the inauguration, of course, is for a newly built auditorium, and maybe there's some extra space. We don't know how the party intends to utilize it. But that's what we know about it at this moment.
Right, Megha, thanks for joining us. And while we can see Prime Minister Narendra Modi there and also the BJP National President JP Nadda, which are the other leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party that are there? It seems to be from the attendance that we are seeing that several of the BJP's MPs, leaders from across the country are there. So have all the major leaders of the BJP been invited?
Well, I put it this way, that those who you are seeing on your screens are, Karyakartas plus the Member of Parliament from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, why are all of them there in attendance? Because it's quite an impressive number there at the party headquarters, because the session is on. The Parliament session is on. Remember, just 2 days back, there was a whip in the Lok Sabha, then there was a whip yesterday in Rajya Sabha. So you would, by default have everybody in New Delhi. And then it so happens that around the same time they are, this inauguration is happening. So many of them are present for this event, and I'm quite sure that, invites have also gone out. But one of the big reasons why everyone is here is also because of the ongoing session.
Right, Megha, thanks very much for joining us. And as we can see that Prime Minister Narendra Modi there at the inauguration ceremony, and several of the party's workers greeting him there as well. And as Megha was pointing out, that the BJP MPs are there, several of the leaders and workers from across the country are there to greet the Prime Minister and to be a part of this inauguration ceremony. And Megha, if you could just break down for us the significance of this, and as you were mentioning that the headquarters is where the major decisions of the BJP are, of course, taken, like you would imagine for any other party. And Prime Minister there is arriving at the inauguration ceremony. He's stepping on that stage, and he's formally inaugurating the extension of the BJP office, and he's being greeted there as well. And as Megha was pointing out, that an auditorium is coming up at the BJP headquarters. This is at the Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg, where the BJP national headquarters are. And this is an extension of that the Prime Minister is inaugurating. You can also see Union Home Minister Amit Shah there as well, along with the Union Minister Nitin Gadkari, the BJP National President JP Nadda, all of them joining Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the inauguration of this extension of the BJP national headquarters. So as you can see, Prime Minister Narendra Modi performing the ceremonies there. An auditorium is being added to the BJP headquarters, among other additions to the headquarters, and that's what the Prime Minister is currently inaugurating. The Prime Minister performing The ceremony is there for this inauguration. He's inaugurating an extension to the BJP party, the BJP office in the national capital, and several of the BJP leaders, including the Union Home Minister Amit Shah, the Union Minister Nitin Gadkari there as well, and you can also see the BJP National President JP Nadda. The BJP MPs are also present at this event, along with several workers, leaders from across the country that have gathered at this inauguration event that the Prime Minister is currently at, and he's of course inaugurating there the extension to the BJP headquarters, the BJP office at the Deen Dayal Upadhyay Marg, as you can see in those live visuals that we're showing you from the BJP office in the national capital.